What it does from a bigger scale is it reestablishes Roger's position as one of the best lightweights in the world. I mean, and I've said it many times. I applaud Roger for not the slightest bit of hesitation relative to taking this fight. So in a big picture scale, if Roger can walk into Eddie Alvarez's backyard in Philadelphia, in his hometown, in front of a throng of screaming Philly fans for Eddie Alvarez and win the fight, it immediately in one fell swoop over 15 minutes reestablishes Roger Huerta as one of the best in the world at 55. It does not affect, any more so than Eddie's loss to Aoki 2 months before our first tournament, Eddie's position as our champion, nor does it affect his need to defend that title against Pat Curran. And so it can happen. And if it were to happen, then he would defend against Pat and rock and roll, and I'm sure people would be screaming for a rematch with Roger, because I can only assume, given their styles, that it will make for an electrifying fight, and we'll see what happens. But it wouldn't affect the dynamics of how we do business at Bellator. The reality of that situation, I've said it many times, Gilbert, God bless him, called out Eddie. And just as the pure fighter that he is, he said, hey, I want to fight the best of the best. I'd love to fight Eddie Alvarez. And Eddie called me 12 minutes after that, ran on television and said, can we make that fight? And I said, absolutely. And since that first movement happened months ago, I've been saying point blank, and I'll say it again on this call, obviously Eddie has a huge fight coming up in a week and a half against Roger, but a Gilbert fight is a fight we would love to make, and that fight could be made on any network, in any venue, at any time. And it's not it's promoters typically step back and put on the promoter hat, and they start to kind of sing that yim-yam song about, well, there's a lot of issues here relative to networks and venues and this and that and under whose banner and all these different things. Everybody knows that Eddie Alvarez is the Bellator champion. Everybody knows who Gilbert Melendez is. So we can do it under any banner, we could do it on any network, and we could do it at any venue. And we're very open to it. Completely open to it, would love to make the fight happen. The hindrance to making the fight happen is Strikeforce's willingness to do the fight. And I like Scott, and he's a good guy, and he puts on great shows. The question is, would he be willing to make that fight? And if he is willing to make it, there is no hurdle in the way of it occurring, obviously subsequent to what Eddie has on his hands in a week and a half, which is a very, very substantial challenge.